So just a couple that I'll go through. You asked me a couple of days ago, how did I see the transfers from the past?
Yes.
So I'm just going to click on plus new here, and you click on transfer, and this goes for every transaction that's in here.
All right. Do I need to click on this meeting is being
Oh, you
recorded?
don't know. This is your screen. So if I'm looking at the thing of doing a transfer, and I say where happened in the last one, you see this little clock up here?
Yeah.
You'll see that in everything in a minute. When you click on that, it shows you recent transactions.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
And that's where I saw the two transfers of the same amount. I just clicked on that. And the same if you hit on, say, invoice. I'm just clicking it there. This little clock right here will show you the recent. It's a fast way to show the recent ones you've done.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, it's a handy shortcut, you know.
Yeah.
There's-
Kevin, let me close this got it thing. You know, the meeting is being recorded. No, it's gone now. Just that was on the screen. That's all.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So give me your questions one by one, and I'll nab it there.
Well, if we go into bank reconciliation, for instance, there's a. Do you want to go in?
Well, you know what? I'll just show you.
Right.
You're going in deep there pretty quick. Okay, so before we jump at that,
Right.
just one thing. We had a thing here. Checks to be lodged in petty cash. Okay, you see
Yeah.
those two down there.
Yeah.
Now this will lead back to where you want to be. If someone pays you with a check, I
Right.
presume they pay you by check,
Yeah.
by cash, directly
Usually,
to the bank, or maybe by. Is there any credit card stuff, Dermot?
I don't have a credit card facility other than.
Okay. Well, if two people come up to you, I'm just going to hit on plus new receive payment. Okay.
Yeah.
So they come up to you and they say, here's the money I owe you. Okay.
Right.
And I'm not going to put these through, but say it's Aidan Burke is one of them.
Yeah.
And he gives you a check. Now you might know it's going into the bank, okay, but it won't be today.
Right.
The check he gave you, and I see he owes you money. Say it was 300 quid. I'll pretend there. So the 300 quid is coming in by check, and
Right.
it's in the checks to be lodged bunch, okay?
Right.
And actually, I'll delete these at the moment, so I'll put them through, right?
Yeah.
So I'll delete those in a second. And then straight after he walks out the gate, in walks, you just see, is this person owe you anything? No. Try Andre Martin. No, she's fine. But let's just say Andre Martin walks in,
Yeah.
and she wants to buy something off you. And she says, here's 100 quid cash.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 100 cash. That goes into the, now I had cash to be lodged there previously, but we call it into the petty cash, like cash on the premises. All right.
Right.
I save and close that. So I've no invoice for it to go against. Okay, so it's going to be in there that she's 100 paid to us, but we haven't given her a bill yet. All right.
Right.
Now, if I want to lodge that money, okay, so I have a 300 quid check and 100 quid cash. I know you'll walk down to the bank and it'll show 400 on the bank statement. But if you just go with transfer, okay, so we want to transfer out of the checks to be lodged.
Yeah.
Into the bank. 300 will come out of that. Okay. And you can write something here if you want. Part of 400 lodgement if you want. You don't need to write the customer name, and I'll show you why in a second.
Right.
Okay. Save a new. It keeps the transfer there, and out of petty cash, you want to lodge that 100 on the same day. Okay.
Yes.
There's the 100. You can put the same line there if you want. Part of 400 lodgement.
Right.
The great way that adjusts two accounts there. It takes money out of one account and puts it into the other. And I'm saying this bit really deliberately now. You use the transfer, well, I just used there, and I'll show you what it ends up when you're moving money between these accounts here on the dashboard. Okay.
Right.
And if it's money coming in from the outside, whether it's a customer, it's received payment, which we just did. But say it was a loan or you sold a car or something, that's where you use bank deposit. Okay. And if it's money departing, you use your check or your expense. Yeah, they do the same thing. So I'll just show you the bank account then. On the bank account then, on your bank statement, it'll show 400 was lodged. And we have two amounts in here. Actually, they're in the register already, actually. Right over here. We'll show we've lodged a 300. And where are they gone now, actually? But,
Oh, that
that's
list.
wrong account, yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be in here. So there's the 300 and the 100. So when you're ticking your bank record, you see 400 on the bank account, just tick the two of them to equal to 400. All right.
Sorry, Kevin.
And if you're wondering,
sorry, Kevin, just say that again.
so when you're doing your bank reconciliation,
Yeah.
there won't be a 300 or 100 on the bank statement. There'll be 400 for the two of them. Okay.
Yes.
But you just tick these off.
Okay.
You know, because the 3 and the 1 is the 400 you're looking at.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And what's concerning you, I think, is how would you know where that 300 came from and that 100 came from?
Yeah.
Well, there's two places you'll find that. You'll find that, well, we know it came in from the cash account and we know it came in from the checks to be lodged account. And if I click on the checks to be lodged, I'm able to see here was Aidan Burke gave us a check for 300 and that's what we lodged. You see there?
Right.
So that's where that's answered. And the second thing is you'll also see it on the received payment part as well. Because who gave us a check for 300? I know we lodged it. So you can click on that thing there. You'll see the 300 in here.
That's much better.
It's much better.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
Because the other thing, it's too long a sheet with too many names in it.
Yeah.
And like if you only partially lodge some money, so the check for 300 you'll lodge, but say you only lodge 50 of that cash, at least you know where the 100 came from. You lodge 50 and you put 50 in your pocket. That's fine, you know?
Right.
Or you give it to the local GAA for something. But
Yeah.
you know, it's a cleaner way of doing it, big time. And at least with the transfer, you're adjusting two accounts that you can see on the screen there. So you're taking money out of, like, checks to be lodged. If there's a money in this, and you have it there, those checks should be beside you somewhere in the drawer, you know. And you'll know if they're lodged or not and when they came in. It's a good way. I mean, I think I had changed petty cash to be lodged before. So at least you're on top of it, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
But
this is all relevant to
Kevin,
bank reconciliation. That's why I wanted to show you that first.
Sorry, Kevin, just on that, the money, the checks that are in checks to be lodged, do they stay in there?
No, they come out when you lodge them with the transfer. So there's this one here, Marie Maher, on the 21st. Have you lodged that money?
I don't think that's lodged yet.
Yeah. So no, I'll just delete for the purposes of this, right? The ones I just put through, if that's all right. I don't want to forget about them.
Yeah.
Okay. So task number 1, I repeat myself because it wasn't recording. You lodged 246156 in, it looks like checks.
Right.
We only had 19461, so there's 1,000 missing. If the difference was 1,000 cash, there's two other ways you could do it, I suppose. Because it might have been cash people had paid you. You could also do a transfer from petty cash into checks to be lodged. Now I know it's not a check, but it would show you what you had in checks and what you put with it in cash. Is another way, I suppose.
Right.
You know, so that might have been it. You might have taken 1,000 of cash you had on the premises, and that would be just transfer from petty cash in with the checks to be lodged.
Right.
1,000. If that turns out to be the case.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and just put it back on the same date you did the lodgement, which in that case was the 9th of September. Okay, and that would fix that. If that's what happened. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So find out what happened first, and you have a couple of solutions. Either an extra €1,000 check has to be accounted for, or if 1,000 cash went with it, just do the transfer of 1,000 cash into the checks to be lodged. and then it matches dead on. Okay.
Okay.
And then what you're left with is 2 checks still to be lodged, and that's what will be your balance. So you'll have the checks in your hand, and you look at it on the screen, and it's the same amount.
Right. Right.
All right.
Okay.
So we can look at the bank rec now. I just want to kind of illustrate a couple of points I knew you'd email me about there.
Yeah.
Which part of the?
Or while I'm thinking of it, before you go out there, one of the questions I had was the loan account. Where is it?
Okay.
There. The CWL has got 20,000. The loan is
Yeah.
actually paid off at the moment.
All right. Okay.
Should I have put in a minus figure for the opening balance on the loan?
Let me have a look at how it came together.
Either that or I'm not doing the monthly payments.
It's in as a bank account, all right. Let me just see. That's the repayments you're making there, is it?
Yeah.
And this was the opening balance. Let me see. Let's have a look at that a second. Yeah, it looks like it's the wrong way, all right. So let me just see what. So opening balance equity. Out of loan payable. Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, it should have gone the other way. This one, we just see what your date here. In this case, on the 1st of July, should have been a check. 989120. I won't delete, sorry, should have been a bank deposit. I won't delete that yet. 989120. We'll just go in as a bank deposit.
I think that was clearing the loan. I think, is that what that is? I think that was.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that the clearance? Is it?
I think it was clearing it off.
All right. Okay, so
sorry, what date's on it?
1st of July.
Opening balance. Did I put the wrong date on it then? It should have been the first. Oh, wait a minute. That's the first. What is it? 7th of 2020.
2020, yeah. You see what you pay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, there's a good bit. There's 8,000 doing something as well.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that's clearing off.
Clearing it off. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think for a minute on the easiest way to do that loan. I just wonder would I put it in as a journal. So was that the balance? No, it was more than that, was it back then, or?
Oh, that's. I think I mentioned that to you. I don't understand what that is. I think that's shown up in the visa. Opening balance equity.
9819. You did mention a number like that to me, all right.
That's July 2020. I don't understand what that means. Open.
Let me see where you had that. You did say something to me about it. Oh yeah. Eventual minus figure for opening balance on the loan account. Yeah, this is a minus, yeah. It's detached. It looks like the bank mislodged 9430.
I rang the bank about that mislodge, and they were saying no, it wasn't transferred from another account. It was just a lodgement at the desk. So why would they name it as a mislodge?
Jesus, that's a very odd.
Yeah, like a.
Exactly. Why would they name it that?
And actually had a date. I don't have it in front of me now. It have a date. Mislodged. It's like December or something 2020. But then the date of the lodgement is in January. Oh yeah, the 1st of the 7th. No, sorry.
Do you know what the balance was back in July?
It was January. No. Sorry, Kevin.
On that loan, Dermot, do you know what the balance was on the 1st of July 2020? Do you have a statement there around you?
No, I don't think so.
It might have been that. But you seem to have paid a lot more than that off. So
But possibly, but am I entering the installments against the loan incorrectly when it's showing a plus?
well, you are, but I'd almost leave it there because at least the loan is in your face. So what I was going to do was, if this 9891 has nothing to do, I'm wondering what that figure is about, but if that's got nothing to do with it, I'd almost delete it and put in the right opening balance. And I'll show you how to do that now.
But why is it showing up on the credit card?
Is this the credit card?
No, but I seen that figure.
Is that also on the credit card, yeah?
I think I seen that in the credit card. I think that was my email to you. I can't.
It was a different figure on the email to me. It wasn't, it's a similar number to that, but it's not that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, would this have been the loan back then, or did you borrow more again after that or something? Or because you paid off loads more than that, you know?
It would have been more than that. Yeah, I think that was for material purchase. It could have been 50 and 20,000, the original.
Yeah. Let me just see. I'm just wondering, will I 989120? You'd need to get the statement for that, so that we know what number we should have there.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And it might be a matter of deleting this 9891. Okay, so that's the first. Right. I'd say that will be the case. And to put in the opening balance, what you do is, in this case, go into, well, actually, let me see where you are. Okay, so the page itself, we just see.
That's showing, Kevin, 20 balance, 20. Oh, that's the plus balance, isn't it?
It is. That's the plus balance. Let's see what I'll. I don't think I put it in as a check. Here, I'll actually, which I don't do that much of, but when you're doing a changeover is right. I'm actually going to delete this one for now, right?
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Okay.
I'm going to put it in as a journal. Now, I only do journals at changeover. I'm not a big fan of them because they don't show up in graphs, and the odd time they don't show up in certain reports. But when you're doing a changeover on the 1st of July, that doesn't matter in this case.
Right.
You've got a clean break from one system to another. So I go back to the 1st of July. Okay, and the credit is going to be your AIB loan payable. Don't worry about it. Now I'm going to pretend you can change this figure again, Dermot, right? When you know the right figure.
Yeah.
I'll put KB opening loan amount.
By the way, what's
KB
stand for?
Kevin Barry.
Oh, sorry. All right. All right.
It's just so we know what this was about.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is opening balance equity.
Okay.
Okay, now this will show up that now as a minus down a second. VAT is out of scope, just in case it wants it.
By the way, out of scope, you know that sometimes it's showing up out of scope sales. Is that the same thing?
Same thing. It must be for something that might happen sometime, you know.
Okay.
So okay, just down the bottom here. So there's the 20,000. Now when I go to dashboard, you'll see a minus on this. Well, it's things have happened since, but you'll see here. AIB loan, where is it? There it is, yeah. Okay, it's come down to 10.4 there.
Right.
Okay, but it's still showing a plus because more money has got into it than what we owed. So you just need to find out how much we owed them on the 1st of July. There's no interest in here either, by the way. So we'll get interest put in as well. There's no interest showing up.
All right, okay,
So I've just made up a figure for now that's semi-realistic. At 20,000, we owed them last July
right,
2020. We've been paying this 1,400 a month, no problem. Okay. Another bit of a loan happened, it got paid back, that's all right. But up here then, kept paying them off. Then we threw another 8,000 in on top.
yeah,
But there's no interest in here yet, you see?
okay, right,
So when you see this statement, just see interest. There's a few ways of doing interest, but will I do it here? We can do a. I know how to do it. I just want to do one that's an easier way for you. Statement. Just think about which way I'll recommend the interest be done. Let me just. Yeah, when you kind of know the interest, it's up, and I'll do that as a recurring journal.
right,
So we kind of put it in that it'll add in an estimate of the interest itself. But if you get the right figures, I think is there another way I could do it that would be tidier for you. So plus it's AIB, is it? Yeah, a bill.
AIB, yeah,
Okay, so when you look at the bank statement, I know they don't send you a bill for the interest that shows up on it.
it doesn't pick that up, Kevin, no, from the bank?
No.
No,
Well, is the loan connected, is it, to the bank? No.
yeah, what was it?
If it did pick it up, you see now. Yeah, there's two to review there. You just see what they are.
Yeah, there is, it's on IBB, the loan, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see any interest coming into it yet, though. You see, these are the payments. Yeah, the loan, these payments were got from the current account. Okay, they just happen to be transfers in this case.
right,
We don't have the loan itself is not connected yet. Maybe is it on your IBB, the loan?
yeah. Yeah,
See. Let me see. So it's just let's look in there.
let me just see, I don't think I have a statement handy, but just let me have a look.
It says it's connected, all right, mind you. You just see if it'll update for me.
Right,
Okay, go to bank register. I'm also a lot of emails coming in. I'm just gonna have a look here at the actual bank statement. So let me go to January. That's probably it there.
right,
Okay, go back to start. One before that, actually. Count. There's the
not sure
December
what
one.
you're looking for December, are you, 2020?
Yeah, it's there.
Not sure, is it in there?
It is actually. Let me just have a look at the statement again.
I know that, Kevin, it's in the reconcile, you know, when you, it's five something, I think, is the correct
It is
figure.
5, yeah. Do you know what? I'll change it to this figure, minus 752770. You see that there where I'm getting
Yeah,
it? It's the same thing. It's the first banking day open, right? Minus 752770. Let me just have a look here again.
but that's not the right figure though for the 1st of January.
Well, the bank was shut on the 1st. Like that's the first. But what we're doing is be fine for now, believe me.
Yeah,
Okay. It's the first trading day of the new business year.
But you do understand what I'm saying, Kevin? The actual correct figure for the beginning of the year was 5,000 and something.
And where did you get that figure?
It was in the December bank statement. There's some transaction happened between the 1st and you got the 5th, is it?
Yeah.
There's a
First
transaction,
and fourth. Yeah.
2 transactions, I think.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can find it. So I'm recording this now. So you're watching this. Let's watch this for a second.
Yeah.
So 4th of January, 7527.70. I'm gonna go back here. 7527.
Kevin, I actually found that it's 5065.20.
Yeah, that's fine. Now watch what I'm doing here now, and this is what you'll be doing.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna change that date. So don't be going too wide on your reconciliation dates. Keep it tight, okay?
Right.
That you don't have too much to be looking at. So that was minus, you just did, okay, and this should be minus 7527.7. So between the 1st and the 4th, okay, of January 21, the balance moved that amount, okay?
All right. Okay. All right. I see what
That's what's happened.
Yes.
I'm going to save that. Now it'll get rid of everything on the screen that doesn't belong between those 2 dates.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And you see what's done there now? This is what moved. See the difference now, 0.
Yes. Yes.
Because 1,000 went out for you, 1,000 went out for paying the stock loan and bank charges.
Yes.
And that is very visible. That's them there, actually. The 1,000, the 1,400, the 1,650.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why you need the statement. And there's another guy who's the American guy, you follow him, Hector Garcia. I actually went on to him to see how he handles the bank rec about 2 years ago. And so I'm covering, so that's those 2. So so they're out of the way now. So you see, now if we go up to I'll go up a little bit further. So we'll go up to where we can see the balance clearly. Say this one here, 252310. See that one?
Yeah.
That's on the 26th. So I'm going to finish this now. Done. Next date is the 26th of January, 21. I think I have the number in my head. 252310, yeah. 2523.1. So it's gone from a minus 7527 to plus 25310.
Right.
We want to make sure we've all those things in the bank. So I click there. And yeah, there's a difference again because it downloaded everything.
All right.
Yeah. So here, you see here, Dermot, there's my end balance up here, right?
Yeah.
On the 26th of January, cleared in the bank. And we started off on the 4th of January with that minus.
Yes.
And
very good.
it's all downloaded from the bank. Now there's one there, it hasn't ticked. It works it out itself. So that 375, I'm just going to look at the bank statement.
I can't figure what's wrong with that one because it's showing that Paula was paid 375.
Oh, let me see now. But there's one of them, 375, 11th of January. We'll have a look down in a minute. Go back here. Okay, there's the 11th of January there. Polo, 969. That's him there, 969. But further up the screen, he's in here again. He's in there twice. That's what it is. You see there?
Oh, I missed that.
Okay. So this is what the bank rec does. It cops it. So I'm just going to delete that.
Okay.
Get it out of the way because it's making it looks like you paid him more than what you actually did in that period anyway.
Yeah.
You can always, if we find out it should have been on a different day, we'll just put it in again.
Kevin, is that the 25 euros difference?
There is no difference now.
Oh, there isn't.
Okay. If we find a 25 euros difference further on, we're able to look at the bank statement to see what made it happen.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and that's what you do. You put in something either that didn't download, or we deleted something in error and need to put it back in again.
Right.
Okay, so see now you have a zero difference there again. Okay, so you finished now. I'll show you one more of these, and I'll show you one other thing then as well.
Right.
And if you could get on top of this bank rec thing, Dermot, you'll be away in a hack.
Okay.
Your new career is in accountant ahead of you, because it's quite
Yeah,
simple.
right. Don't think so, Kevin.
You'd be surprised. A lot of them wouldn't even be able to explain. You'd be surprised what I'm running into, and I'm not being arrogant here, but some accountants they're just doing shortcut stuff. They don't understand what they're doing.
I know. Well, I thought I was doing great for a while, and then it was starting to wreck my head then because I couldn't figure out the lodgements, what was going wrong.
Well, what I'm showing you here is the simple way to be able to follow it back if you have to look into it.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
So you see the next balance there is 2310.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll do a third reconciliation, right? 2310. We've got to check our date there, 27th of January. That's important because it gets rid of stuff from different parts of the year that would just be in your way, you know?
Right.
So you had gone too far up in the year. There'd be too much in front of you, you know? 27th of January, I think I said, yeah. So I'd go, so it'll just look at what happened between those two dates. And it sees two payments made to the taxman.
Right.
Okay, and it's ticked them off.
Okay.
Okay. This 50 quid deposit, which is on the 26th of January, you might have brought it in there, but it didn't show up in the bank statement yet. Okay. So I'm going to finish it.
Just on that, Kevin,
Huh?
just on that,
Yeah.
that's direct debit. The customer's paying direct into the bank.
Okay.
So I'm wondering, did I enter that incorrectly as a check?
Well, let me see now. I'll look at it. Let's go to the bank register there again. Go right down to the end. Okay, so now I'm just looking at that month. Okay, 20, let me go back to it. And you're going to see a couple other things here now. RC. Okay.
Right.
See all these R's now. That means we're happy and we're done with it.
All right. Very good.
Okay. There's the 50 quid check your man gave you. Oh yeah. So he paid it in here on the 26th, and you've one here coming out. Yeah, that's wrong. All right. Yeah, so he paid you 50, and I see it's in as a deposit. Let me just have a look at that.
I don't know why I did that. I was looking at it and I was saying, doesn't look right.
Yeah, it might be with all those guys. There he is. Receive from Tom. Yeah, that needs to be against his name. In accounts received. See.
But should that be in there, Kevin? Add funds to this deposit?
No, it probably shouldn't. No, so let me see now. Do I need to?
Because it's am I correct in saying that's already in the bank if it's a direct debit?
It is, yeah. Let me just have a look at them again. Let me just have a look at what we. So that's already in. Oh, that's the same deposit on both sides. It should really have been a received payment against his name.
Okay.
Okay. So that might not be reflected. It looks like to me it's not reflected against his name. It's money coming out and in from the same bank account there, you see? That's
So,
the same transaction.
so does that, the one you have the cursor on, does that need to be removed?
It does, yeah. So it should be Tom Rankovitz. You see now, plus received payment. I'm just going to have a look at his account here for you.
Right.
Tom Rank. You see, it might still show there's 50 quid owing here. Okay, there's loads of money paid in. All right, let me see. But that one on the 26th of January isn't there. You see that?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna pay the good bit, but okay, so we go amount received 50. Went into the bank directly, AOB Horan. date was the 26th of January 21. Just looking around at that. That's 50 comes off.
But now, are you treating that as a check?
No, as money received directly in.
All right, okay.
Yeah. I'll put. I'm just unclicking these for a particular reason. I'll show you them now in a second. Now.
Right,
All right. Payment method. You see here.
yeah,
You can just do weighted e-pays. That doesn't actually say standing order there anyway. But I'll type in standing order.
yeah, I was using direct debit some of the time, so that's wrong then, is it?
Well, direct debit is paying money out. You
Oh,
know.
sorry. Oh,
But
sure.
as long as you understand which side you're on, you know, so it's fine.
But I
So
was
I'm going to
using,
just put that in on that date now.
but Kevin, I was using direct debit as money in.
It's okay though. It's okay. I mean, as long as you know what it means, it'll be fine. You know.
Yeah, okay,
Now I put in the 50 there against his name in accounts receivable, right? So I'm going to do two things. When I delete this one with an R, it's going to mess up the bank rec.
right,
It's going to tell me that, right? I'm still going to do it. Get rid of it.
right,
Because I've already got the replacement here. But I also need to put an R back in there. So I just click on that column, it'll turn to C and R. And now my bank rec is going to be back in full balance again. Okay.
it's very clever.
Yeah. So and now you can put these dates behind you and keep moving up. Now I'm going to show you another thing where I had accounting earlier and reconcile.
Yeah,
Do you remember? Okay, beginning balance. The last day, it tells you the last day was reconciled. But when I go to summary, oh, sorry, I go to history by account. It's going to show all the reconciliations I've done to date.
all right. Yeah,
Like, and if I show you, say, the middle one there, it'll show on that and these numbers are familiar to you now.
yes,
We started off minus 5,065.
yes,
We ended up minus 7,500. And this was the money we paid out at the start, those two checks. Remember, we went from the start of the year,
yeah,
a couple of things went through. And these are other payments and transfers that are later on in the year. It says here, uncleared. They're in QuickBooks, but we didn't cover those dates, all right?
okay,
So let's just look, but it's knowing where to find stuff is the issue. So accounting and reconcile and history by account, you'll find it there.
okay.
So your next thing now for the rest of the evening, but you'll fly through it, you know, and you'll probably find something you've missed that you need to put in there. Let me just see, do I have anything here? I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of this. Those items I deleted, they come back out of the waiting room and you've got to highlight them and exclude, otherwise it'll download them again. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So they're gone now. So when you delete stuff, it'll come back out here. So you can always get it back. And even though I've excluded them, they're in this excluded column here anyway. So I can always undo it, you know. So you can't break the program, okay?
Sorry, Kevin, you're excluding them because you deleted.
Well, one was a check that was in twice to Paula.
Yeah.
And the second one was money that was lodged and taken back out again because it just entered incorrectly.
But it stays in that other, in here, if you don't exclude it.
Yeah, say I didn't know what I was doing and someone else said, you've done it all wrong. They don't have to re-enter it. You can go back into excluded or out into the waiting room and you'll find all the stuff again that was deleted previously.
Okay.
All these items I deleted tonight are all sitting in there somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you need to do now, let me just check out still recording. Yeah, I am. It's continue on the bank reconciliation. You see here what it says here on the left. So that's where I finished the 27th of January.
Right.
So I have a bank statement open here that goes up to that. I'll close that down now. And I know I'm on your computer, so I'm going into my accountant.
Yeah.
Shared documents. We'll get the February one up, which is
Yeah.
there. Is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. Okay, so now you might be braver. I was doing, you know, small bites at a time, But if you want to go to the 26th of February 21, it's open here in your screen. That's well, yeah, 26th February 669159. 669159. I'll just go to 66. I'm just trying not to remember, not to forget that number. 669159. And often if there is a difference, it might be typed in something wrong. 669159. Oh, I'm in the wrong account. 6691.59, and that was the 26th of February 21. See, that's the figure there, Jeremy. You see that?
Right, yeah,
Yeah. So okay, so it's going to move between those two dates, what was
Right.
launched and what was paid out.
right,
Now we've been lucky so far, it's worked it. So it's got 350 of a difference at the moment.
okay,
But there's something either in here twice or on the bank statement that's not in here. And actually, there's a 350 now, funnily enough. It might be that check to Polo
all right,
is the difference, okay? That didn't download from the bank account. It was one we entered that wasn't on there. Okay.
all right, okay.
Yeah, so that's probably your difference. There's 20 there, so it's two 20s in there. That is, you know, oh yeah, it's the same thing again with Tom.
I
You
don't know
see
how
here?
that came about, how I was entering that as a check.
Yeah, you need to delete those and put it in as a received payment now. Okay.
Well, can I just delete the one that's shown?
I think they're put through wrong. I think that those two are connected, I think. This one, edit, a little bit tricky. You need to put it against his name.
You
Probably down the
can't,
bottom.
you can't just delete that, no.
Down here, it needs to go against accounts receivable and his name. It's a bit laborious, but you can still do it. Accounts receivable. So Tom gave it to us.
Yeah,
You need to forget about VAT here, out of scope.
okay,
Okay. Save and close. Just see what that fixes here. That's the one. It might be the one. Let me see then, can I delete this one? One where it's coming back out again. Down here somewhere.
it's probably down at the bottom again. Is there another? Yeah,
See, that's the one coming in. But there's one going out as well.
I don't understand how it got into add funds to this deposit.
Yeah. Just looking at this big long list here to see if there's anything there with a 20. No. Stuff put in wrong is the thing. Let me see. That's the one I fixed there. You see that one?
Yeah,
Where it says accounts receivable. That does get rid of it. What you'll have to do is what I just did there is change the account comes from accounts receivable. All right.
right,
And then it's only in there the once. The one going out will disappear.
on its own.
Yeah, on its well, it just came in like here. You'll see the one further down. See here.
Yeah,
He gave you 20, but you have it being paid back out again. See that?
oh,
Now
yeah.
it's not ticketed because it knows it's a mistake.
Okay,
So to get rid of that, you have to click on you'll have a few of these now going through it.
yeah,
I'll show you now again, and you can look at the video again.
yeah,
And so I'm going to edit it, go down to the bottom when it comes out. This account, I know that's where it went, but you have to change this to accounts receivable.
I'm after doing that, Kevin, on a number of, not in that manner, but see, I was probably treating it wrong. I was putting
Yeah, you were just doing it consistently wrong. That's all.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he pays. He's got another one there now for you to practice on, right? But like, see here, it's working out
Yes.
because we haven't ticked the 40 that went out because it never actually happened.
Okay.
We got 40 in, but we didn't pay out 40. Okay.
Okay.
But you're going to go up through the bank account now, and it'll be working out dead on every time.
So do you think, is it that Tom guy? Is it the reason why I had that 25 euros going?
I'm not going to say what it is. It could be him, or it could be something similar. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to finish that now, but that issue is still there because it'll come through as an unreconciled. But you see now you've done 2 months there now, and it's working out dead on. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's great. No, I